Hey y'all, I'm your girl Kayladelores and you're tuned in to Kayladelores TV. So you all, on this video, I'm gonna be dropping some of my favorite oils that I know are powerful. Now before we start, like I told you all in my last video, we are gonna be doing the scripture of the day in each video. So the scripture of the day is gonna come from, I think we did Psalms last time. This one is Psalms 55, Psalm 55 verse 22. I think you may know this one too. It's pretty familiar. So it's cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Amen to that. So this video, we're going to be talking about, I have notes again. I will be with my little book. I got this book from Target, this journal. It says Never Stop Growing with all of these plants on it. I just absolutely love it. But let me get back on topic. So the title of this video is what oil should you use for your hair care line that actually grows hair? Not just smell good, not just mix well, but actually are powerful, and you'll actually see results for your and your customers' hair. And I will give a little note. I use all the oils that I'll be mentioning in the video in my hair growth oil. Of course, I can't just say measurements because it's so much more technical than that, but I do use these oils, so I know that they're powerful and they're very familiar, so you probably may know them as well. So we're going to do 2 carrier oils and then an essential oil. So in all, top 3 oils that I use for my hair care line. So if you want to see this video, make sure you keep watching. So when I said I thought about something. I kind of just said I was going to say 2 carrier oils and 1 essential oil, but you may not even know like what the difference is. So let me back up a little bit. So what a carrier oil is basically just your oil, your base oil that you would use to mix and dilute other oils. So for instance, if you're using a carrier oil and you have an essential oil, that carrier oil is going to be able to dilute your essential oil, because you know with your essential oils, they're very concentrated, they're very potent. That's why you have a carrier oil. And that's why the mixtures, that's why I say I can't say the mixtures of how I use my oil, because it's going to be based off all the other oils that you're using in your product and how big your bottle is. So if you have a 2 ounce, a 4 ounce, it's a lot that goes into that. And if you want, we can do a video on that. Just let me know in the comment section below. But your carrier oil basically dilutes your essential oil. They're usually able to mix well with other carrier oils, so that's why I'm going to be discussing 2 of my carrier oils and 1 essential oil. So starting with my #1 carrier oil that I'm sure you all know, and if you don't, I'm happy to introduce it to you all. I have some notes here on my phone that I'm trying to pull up as well. #1, the oil that we're going to start off with is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is that girl. We all love jojoba oil. It's so powerful. It's a great carrier oil because it mixes so well with all of my other oils. I absolutely love jojoba oil. For one, it's so powerful for your actual hair. So I have some notes here, kind of just what I documented what I wrote. So jojoba oil is very moisturizing. It moisturizes the hair from the inside and out. So basically with the jojoba oil, of course, if you're penetrating it on your scalp, it's going to go into the scalp, moisturize your actual strands. But it also is very good with thickness. So say if you have your strands are actually long, but you're wanting to work on your thickness and strengthen your actual hair follicles, jojoba oil is great for that as well. I have here also that jojoba oil really helps with maintaining the scalp's natural balance. So say if you have a scalp that has redness or from scratching too much, and you see that sometimes your scalp gets red or get irritated or suffers from dandruff or dry patches, jojoba oil is great for that. And the reason why so basically with all that I'm saying, that will promote growth for your hair. So jojoba oil is a great carrier oil that, if you want, definitely look into it. See if it's something that you want to add in your hair care line. If you want to add it to your hair growth oil, if you want to add it to some of your shampoos or conditioners or even your hair butters, jojoba oil is a great oil that has been around for forever. Next, we're going to talk about is our next carrier oil, which is, you probably already know. Just leave me a comment below if you know what oil I'm talking about next. I know y'all probably like, just get to the point, girl. So the next oil is castor oil. We love castor oil, and as you know, castor oil is good for so many things. For your skin, for your health. Like, castor oil itself is just an amazing oil, carrier oil, but not only for the hair, for really life in general. But we are talking about our hair care line. So castor oil is one of my main carrier oils that I use. It's not an expensive oil. So if you ever look up, for instance, if you're looking up your carrier oils and you're going by price, castor oil is probably the cheapest oil. Jojoba oil is not. Jojoba oil is a little bit more on the costly side, but the benefits are just so worthwhile that I had to have it in my hair growth oil, because I know the benefits and I know what it has done for my hair before I even started anything with my business. But castor oil is a great carrier oil if you're mixing a lot of essential oils together. It's strong, it can maintain, it can dilute them, and it'll mix good, where that way you can see the consistency in the oil, because that's one thing that's really big. If you can see the actual flow of the oil, castor oil is good with that. But let's talk about the benefits of castor oil when it comes to your hair strands. I have here, castor oil really helps with the shine of your hair. So there's one thing to have your hair growing from the root, but when you look at your ends and when you're looking at your hair strands, they just don't look very shiny. Like, you see that your hair is growing because you see the new growth in your scalp, but when you're looking at the strands of your hair, they just look dull, or they just look like they're just there. Castor oil is really good with showing that shine, showing that health. I like, when I use my hair growth oil, I have one sitting back here. I said I want to start showing the oils better, but this is for this is my hair growth oil. After I'm done with my scalp, any leftover oil that I have on my hand, I definitely run it through my ends. I definitely just go like this on my ends, just a very light, because I don't want, my oil is very light, so it's not heavy, which is something that you all love. You all always tell me how you love how lightweight it is. If you're wearing a silk wrap, or if you're wearing your hair in its natural state, you don't see it's being drawn down or bared down with oil, like a heavy greasy oil. It's not that at all. I do not want that. But for me, when I'm using my oil and I'm just doing my scalp and everything, I definitely use the leftover oil on my fingertips and just kind of rub it here on my strands, and I have noticed a difference with my shine, which was very important to me, especially when I'm wearing like a silk press in the cooler months like right now. So that's one thing. And then another thing here, you know, it obviously boosts hair growth. We know that. That's the whole reason why we're talking about it. But one thing that I like, it fights antibacteria in the scalp. So we all need that. I mean, black women, white women, whoever, any bacteria that's built up from just different products and just laying your head, not like if you're not washing your pillows regularly, or if you're not washing your bonnet regularly, or if you're having braids. Because I know, like, I had a friend whose scalp broke out so bad from braids. She was allergic to the type of weave that they use for the braids, and you could just see where her scalp was just inflamed, and the bacteria probably was on that weave, that her scalp and that her hair did not, you know, react well to it. So that's really big. Like, say if you have something like that and you see your scalp irritating, but you have the braids in, you just got them in, you don't want to take them out, they're not to the point where they're bothering you that much, try some castor oil, lay it on your scalp. Don't even rub it in, just lay it there, lay it on the redness or whatever you're going through, and just put that bonnet on, put that scalp on, and let it soothe and seep into it itself. But that's one reason why I also use castor oil for my brand. the benefits. And I want you all to definitely do your research. I'm kind of giving you all 2 or 3 different benefits, but there are so many more when it comes to jojoba oil, so many more when it comes from castor oil. Like, just look it up. It's good for your skin, it's good for your health. Like, my mom actually told me when she was a kid, my grandma, which y'all know grandma's hands, my grandma is just I just love that woman. But what she used to do for my mom when she was a kid is make them take a spoon of castor oil every morning before they went off to school. And when I tell you, my mom said they never got sick, ever. Never got sick, never got no flu, never got a cold, never got headaches or fevers or just anything like that. And that just shows you the benefits of it when it comes to just your health. So think about how it does the body. That's how it would do your hair. Wonders. Now, we talked about the 2 carrier oils, which was the jojoba oil and the castor oil. Lastly, we're going to talk about an essential oil. An essential oil really is potent, very strong, very heavyweight, very heavy duty, very strong in the smell too. So like for me, if you're using peppermint or different essential oils, those are probably the oils that you're going to smell the most of, depending on how many oils you're using and how you're diluting it and how you're you know, measuring it out. But one that we're going to talk about, which is a very popular essential oil right now, but it has been around for ages. My grandma literally used to use this oil for me. I remember just with plaiting my hair, it's been around forever, but it definitely has gotten even more popular in these later days, and it's definitely in grandma's hands hair care. Rosemary. Rosemary. We all know that rosemary is that girl. We all know the smell of rosemary. It smells so, you just know it's gonna do some work. Like, it has that smell like, oh yeah, this is about to make my hair grow. Like, and it smells really great too. I love the smell of rosemary, how fresh it is, the mint. I love rosemary, and you all do too, when you all always tell me about how good my hair growth oil smells. The not the limited edition, but my regular one, the one I just showed you all. If you're on TikTok, or if you know if you're in the hair care industry and you're starting your line, you probably already know the benefits of rosemary. But I'll just say too, just so that we can keep it how we've been doing it with the benefits. So as you know, the main reason why rosemary has gotten so popular is it stimulates hair growth. It does. It can work wonders by itself. It doesn't need a carrier oil. It doesn't really need to be mixed in other oils. Rosemary is that girl all by herself. But if you're adding any essential oils, I definitely would recommend rosemary, or even the rosemary leaf, and let it dilute into your oil and really let it seep. That's another thing. See, I would love to do that too. I just have to get more space. Y'all, I am so adamant that hopefully in 2025, you know, we just have more space here. But yes, so it stimulates growth, and it increases the circulation of your, so when you're going like this in your scalp with that rosemary, it helps with circulating, so that way your hair follicles can now breathe, can now grow, can now really soak in that oil. And it's a stress reliever too. Like, if you ever think about the sprays that you have, a lot of them have lavender and rosemary in them, because it really just relieves your stress. I love when I oil my hair at night and I'm putting my grandma's hands hair growth oil in. I feel like I sleep better the days that I actually oil my hair than the days that I skip and forget, because that smell, it really just helps calm me down when I go to sleep. Because I also have, you know, if you ever look at grandma's hands, you can see all the ingredients I have. I'm not gonna say every ingredient, but it is on my website if you ever want to purchase. But and that's nothing to be afraid of. As a hair care line, you have to let your ingredients be known to make sure that whoever buys your product, there's no allergies. But of course, no one will ever know how much of each product you put in your oil, because that's your business. So I feel like when people talk about, oh, you don't, you know, need to share what's in your oil, you kind of legally do. But yes, so I have lavender in it too. That's where I was going with that. But yeah, it just really makes me sleep better when I'm going to bed with a nice oiled, nice massage, especially if I use my scalp massager. Oh girl, I'm gonna sleep like a baby. But yes, you all, I just kind of wanted to do this video about my top 3 oils. If you're starting your hair care line, you probably already know about these oils, or you might have researched them but just wasn't sure. I hope this video helped and will make you research even more, look up the benefits, maybe even buy it and see how it'll mix with your other products that you may be using in your hair care products. And let me know if you all know some other oils that you've been using and I haven't talked about them. Put them in the description box. You may help, put them in the comment section. You may help some other person that's starting their hair care line or even starting their hair growth journey. Like for instance, like some people literally just buy rosemary oil, essential oil, and put it directly on the scalp. Now, I wouldn't do that because it is very potent and very strong. I would dilute it with the carrier oil, but you know, some scalps are stronger than others, and you know, some scalps, you know, isn't as sensitive as others. As well, I should say, not stronger, but as sensitive. So yeah, y'all, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you comment below what you want to see next. Yeah, I'm excited to be back recording in 2024, and I will see you all in my next one. Mwah!